Hey, guys, welcome to the Daily Buzz. Lance and Kia here with you.
Yes, we have so much in store for you today.
911, what's your emergency?
His housekeeper came out and said that he unfortunately killed himself.
As family, friends, and fans continue to mourn the death of Lincoln Park's Chester Bennington, the 911 call and the coroner's report are released. We've got the latest and his band members' emotional farewell letter.
I think it was a classic case of don't let yourself think about your mum and the grief.
Prince Harry and William take us inside the life and death of their mother, Princess Diana, in a way the world has never seen before. Usher has it bad, apparently. 2 lawsuits in the books and more women lining up to sue the R&B superstar for giving them an STD. We'll hear from the celebrity lawyer taking their complaints. Are you constantly doing crunches trying to turn your keg into a 6-pack? Well, there's a medical procedure for that. We're showing you the surgery shortcut. And a new service created by millennials for millennials is helping you avoid any in-the-moment or morning after emergencies by delivering contraception to your door in 30 minutes or less. Oh my gosh, we have so much going on.
A lot happening. Daily Buzz starts right now.
Now, what's your daily buzz today? I'm gonna stray away from the negativity. Getting it started with the DBZ family. Get out the way, it's the Daily Buzz family. Not gonna lose today. Not gonna get me down. Not gonna lose today. This is the DBZ and the DBZ.
Hey there, welcome to the Daily Buzz. So glad to have you here with
Yes,
us, right?
yeah. A lot going on. Busy
We
week.
do. It has been a crazy week, news-wise, so much going on, a lot to get in store. And of course, as always, we want to hear from you. You can always let us know how you feel. Sound off on any of our stories in our show, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
We got it all.
IG, or whatever it is, Snapchat.
They've been invented. I'm too old to keep up with
Oh
them.
my
but
gosh, yes. Let us know how you think.
Please talk to us. All right, well, moving on with the show. As music fans and beyond are still trying to come to grips with the death of Lincoln Park singer Chester Bennington, the 911 call for help has been released.
I drive myself crazy cause I can't escape the gravity. I'm holding on. Why is everything so heavy?
He's hung himself in the room.
That's what his housekeeper said. I haven't been in the house. I haven't seen him.
Is that the housekeeper I can hear behind you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we know Bennington's housekeeper found his body and the coroner has officially ruled his death a suicide. Lincoln Park abruptly scrubbed the tour that was set to kick off this week and penned this letter on Facebook. Dear Chester, the shockwaves of grief and denial are still sweeping through our family as we come to grips with what has happened. You touched so many lives, maybe even more than you realize. Talking with you about the years ahead together, your excitement was infectious. We're trying to remind ourselves that the demons who took you away from us were always a part of the deal. After all, it was the way you sang about those demons that made everyone fall in love with you in the first place. While we don't know what path our future may take, we know that each of our lives was made better by you. Thank you for that gift.
Man, so sad.
It really, really is. The band also launched a tribute website dedicated to Bennington. It features fan posts with RIP Chester hashtag and includes suicide prevention hotlines and support groups around the world. Really a sort of tragic event. Also, just on the heels of the Chris Cornell death.
Right.
Same manner.
And it was on his birthday. And
Yes.
Bennington and Cornell were, very, very close.
Yeah.
And, they said there were no drugs or no drugs of any kind found in his home, but there was a bottle of alcohol
Right.
in the room with them. But the crazy thing about Lincoln Park is, it crossed so many barriers. Everyone loved Lincoln
They had a
Park.
wide fan base.
Right?
Yeah.
Rihanna tweeted, it was the greatest performance she had ever seen on stage when she saw them perform.
They blended a lot of genres, they captured a lot of fans, and this has shocked a lot of people, but hopefully people are turning to those hotlines if they're feeling, down, if they feel such despair.
Please.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
So, tragic story.
All right, 750 million people around the world watch Lady Diana marry Charles, Prince of Wales. 2.5 billion people watched Princess Diana's funeral, and this week, the first of several specials commemorating the 20th anniversary of her death aired on HBO. Diana, Our Mother, Her Life and Legacy documentary centered on Diana's life and death as remembered by her sons. It was William and Harry like we've never seen them before.
I kept saying to myself that, my mother would not want me to be upset. She'd not want me to be down. She'd not want me to be like this. I kept myself busy as well, which is good and bad sometimes, but allows you to kind of get through that initial shock phase.
People deal with grief in different ways. And my way of dealing with it was by just basically shutting it out, locking it out. The 10 years that I was in the army, I just sort of dug my head in the sand and it was just white noise.
Of course, Harry and William were 15 and 12 years old, and they talked about the last phone call they had with her. They were in Scotland playing with their relatives and friends, and she was on the phone, and they said, okay, Mom, gotta go. You know how kids, just being kids.
Yeah.
But they said they will never, ever forget that last conversation and regret not having, spent the extra minute just to talk with her and stay on the phone with her. They were so anxious to get off the phone to play. And it's one of those things like, wow, how crippling, even still 20 years later, that affects them.
From that moment, of course, and but that's just the way life plays out,
right.
and it's a tragic moment. But I mean, youth also, you don't as a youth, you don't realize the impact of these things. I mean, I remember hearing this story. I remember where I was in the moment, but it's taken 20 years to truly understand the impact of her death.
And they talk about how most people never met her, never seen her, but the world loved her.
Absolutely. August 14th, Nat Geo premieres Diana herself, Diana in her own words. August 14th, Nat Geo. Well, it was the love of a dying mother that has mended a bitter feud in the pop world.
Yay!
Yeah. Are you excited about this?
Well,
Yes.
I'm just saying.
When Zayn announced he was leaving One Direction to go in another direction.
Right.
Fans were devastated. The members, of course, were torn apart. But after more than a year of bad blood and social media spats, Louis Tomlinson buried the hatchet at the urging of his dying mother. This was actually a moving, very touching story. In a new interview with The Sun, Louis says his mom told him, "You've got to get back in touch, back in contact with Zayn. Life's too effing short," she said.
Ooh,
Very
Mama.
British. Johanna died in December after a short battle with leukemia. She was only 43 years old. Louis says, "A mother's intuition is just crazy. It always felt supernatural to me. My mom," as he says, "always knew it was what I was feeling and what I wanted."
Gotta help me, I'm losing my mind. Keep getting the feeling you wanna leave this all behind. Thought we were going strong, I thought we were holding on, aren't we? No, they don't teach you this in school.
It's the first step.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe, they will, well, I don't think they're going to get back together.
Well, they've all been pursuing solo careers, acting, but if it doesn't work out, of course they got to get back together.
Everybody has their own thing going on. You got to make some money.
That's
Get back
how it
together.
works. That's how it works.
Get back
But-
on the same direction.
Yeah,
Right?
but his mother saw what the power of the band was all about.
Absolutely.
She wanted it to follow through.
Okay, so let's get out of this doom and gloom and talk about more doom and gloom.
Oh, do tell.
For Usher. Come on,
Oh,
Usher.
right, Usher.
Baby.
Oh, Usher.
If you thought you had seen the end of the lawsuits levied against R&B superstar Usher from spreading an STD, think again.
I know you hate me. I know I hurt you. But there's more.
Okay, so we have learned that Usher
There's more?
settled
There-
one lawsuit in 2012 for $1.1 million, right? Court records reportedly show the Confession singer was diagnosed with herpes around 2009, 2010, but failed to tell the other people. Failed to disclose the condition to a celebrity stylist who then filed lawsuits. Well, then the papers were made public last week after a second woman filed suit against Usher for consciously and purposely spreading the virus. She was originally seeking $10 million, Lance, right? When she heard through media reports that there may be a situation.
Sure.
Well, then she tested positive for herpes, and now she upped the ante to $40 million, 40. And it may be just the beginning for Usher, as celebrity attorney Lisa Bloom tweeted, "How much unprotected sex did Usher have after his herpes diagnosis?" In other words, she's saying, all you ladies, come call me. Women are reaching out to me, see, How dare he endanger women's health? Well, of course, you know, we being the Daily Buzz and being responsible journalists as we are,
That's what we do.
had to reach out to Usher for comment.
What do you say?
Let it burn, you gon' learn. Gotta let it burn.
You ain't right, Lance. Why you say that?
Why?
We say no. Come on, Usher. FYI, Usher,
Yeah.
he's still married to the
Oh,
longtime
right
girlfriend
there.
and manager Grace Miguel since September 2015.
Then there's that. Yeah. Then there's that. So, I don't know. He's a
You said
busy
something
man.
that was funny. You're like, this is only in celebrity world that you have a
No.
$40 million lawsuit.
No, it's true. It's true. It is only in celebrity world because, everyone else just deals with these problems on their own. But
Correct.
his is all out there in the open. Anyway,
Now, despite all the negative news, Usher, of course, did carve out some time for some carpool karaoke with James Corden this week. So we'll show you that
to be
coming up a little
understanding,
later.
I wonder if they'll sing that song.
You got to let it burn.
You
These
kinda
are my
have to.
confessions.
You kind of have to at this point.
Because it
All right.
just has to.
Moving on to more serious news. Let's go to Kardashian land.
Yes, finally, Lance. Get to the
Kardashian
real
land.
important stuff that we have going on.
We got
here
word
on the
this week
show.
that Kim and Kanye will soon be a party of five. Us Weekly is reporting that they hired a surrogate this time around, and she is 3 months pregnant, but it's all drama in Camp Kylie. The young Kardashian Jenner put her boobs on blast to beat her Snapchat hacker to the punch. I don't know if you heard about this. What had happened was the hacker broke into Kylie's Snapchat account and threatened to release some pics.
Right.
So she posted this selfie of her new girls squeezed into this yellow bra, saying
Kinda tight.
she's more than willing to put them out there first, and at this point she can't possibly deny the breast implants anymore. Of course, the 19-year-old knows a thing or two about keeping her business out there. A couple of weeks ago, it was the drama over her and sis Kendall stealing Tupac's likeness for those vintage shirts and the camo print swimwear. And of course, her on and off again hookup with rapper Tyga. Tyga. Yeah, I call him Tyga. It's the thing we have.
And then this other thing.
Then this other thing. Also, TMZ reporting a British artist, Sarah Pope, is suing over the neon lip bite used in the Life of Kylie promo. Pop alleges Kylie's lips are on the right are eerily similar to her Temptation artwork on the left. I would have to agree. Stay tuned.
I wonder if is
Hold on.
looking at the pictures and going, man, you giving away all my goodies. I used to have all that. You know what I mean? I used to have
True.
all that, baby, all that.
True, and
Anyway.
now we all have all that.
Here are some other entertainment stories making headlines for you this morning. Apparently, the Hearts aren't pressed about those cheating reports.
No?
Kevin and Nico and Baby on Board are all kicking back in Cabo San Lucas. Kevin publicly denied the creeping allegations after Radar Online caught the comedian canoodling with the brunette beauty in Miami.
They're just talking.
His wife hasn't commented, but I think this picture is definitely worth 1,000 words.
True.
She said, I ain't scared. Pop fans are in a state of disbelief after Justin Bieber canceled the last 14 dates of his Purpose Tour for unseen circumstances.
Oh, okay.
He just didn't see it coming.
Biebs got a rest.
Justin says he needs to relax after 18 months on the road and is denying reports that he canceled the tour to start a church. Reverend Biebs. While
Preach.
fans are preach on, brother. While fans are crying, John Mayer is publicly supporting Justin's decision, saying, "We've lost so many great artists lately. I give Justin thumbs up for realizing it was time to call it."
Yeah.
Wow.
Wise
Wonder
words.
Woman will get another spin on the big screen.
I used to want to save the world. This beautiful place. But the closer you get, the more you see the great darkness within.
Yes.
Warner Brothers announced a sequel is in the works after the highly anticipated first movie broke box office records this summer. The official release date, here it is, mark it down, December 13th, 2019.
That long? Oh.
Yes.
Well, 'tis the award show that most generations still look forward to, the MTV Video Music Awards, and the promo for next month's show sent social media into a tailspin because it's a total throwback to the heydays of the VMAs. MTV gives nods to some iconic performances, including Madonna's Like a Virgin debut in '84 and Britney Spears' steamy Slave for You collab with That Snake in '01.
Countdown with T-minus 30 seconds and counting. Feels good. Ignition sequence start.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brace for impact.
Hollywood heavyweights Halle Berry and Matthew McConaughey are back on the big screens this weekend.
Very excited about that, but they've got some inconvenient competition from a couple of political figures. Correspondent Scott Carty is taking us to the theaters.
Halle Berry, Matthew McConaughey, and Idris Elba all star in new movies coming to theaters this week. But we start with three guys you might not expect to be listed as stars of a movie: Al Gore, Barack Obama, and Donald Trump. They all appear in An Inconvenient Sequel. It's the sequel to the 2005 documentary An Inconvenient Truth that shows the progress, the remaining challenges, and new hurdles of getting governments to find ways to use more renewable energy. It's a fascinating look behind the scenes of the 2016 Paris Climate Agreement, and it gives you a lot of data and current events to consider with some fascinating natural footage. I'll be sitting down with former Vice President Al Gore to discuss An Inconvenient Sequel, and we'll have that interview next week. Halle Berry faces a parent's worst nightmare as Carla Dyson in Kidnap. She sees her son Frankie get kidnapped from a playground, and she instantly does everything to get him back. High-speed pursuits, high-level drama, stopping at nothing.
She had to keep coming, didn't she?
All right. Let's go sort of Old West with 6-shooters and sci-fi. Matthew McConaughey, Idris Elba, and Catherine Winnick star in The Dark Tower from the Stephen King novels. It's gunslinging gone wild, in search of the Dark Tower, and in a race to save a dying world. For the Daily Buzz, I'm Scott Carty.
You can't stop what's coming. Death always wins.
Lots of good movies coming out.
Yeah, maybe see the Halle Berry movie.
Yeah, not The Dark Tower. That's your thing?
Kidnap.
You want to see Kidnap?
Yeah, because from the trailer, I would be the same way. Chasing after the car, running down. Can't catch the car, but I'm still running, and she grabs on the car, and it drags her around.
It's got Halle Berry in it. I'm done there.
See, there you go. Matthew McConaughey.
You had me at Halle.
Anyway.
All right, well, paranormal activity has always been big business on the big screen, but now there are about 24 ghost hunting shows on small screens, and capturing proof of hauntings is easier than ever. Is it cold in here?
I felt the draft.
Hacked to death while they sleep, 6 of them being children in this small 1900s home.
Say that again. I heard it begin. I killed. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Killed 6 kids.
Meanwhile, back over in the empty house, we captured something shocking on our motion-activated night vision camera as we were all analyzing the audio.
So while professional ghost hunters are equipped to get answers, it's not so easy for us regular folks, because that's kind of spooky, right?
Right.
Fortunately, there is a website that will tell you if anyone died in a property before ever moving in, died in house, will do a document search and let you know if someone died, their names, and give you the option to get more information on the circumstances of their death. So, you know, some people might really want this info. It costs $12. Normally, it's hard to get this info. States are not required to disclose. Landlords, realtors don't want you to have it unless it's like a murder situation. I, for one, don't believe in ghosts, so I think this is all kind of silly. But
it is chilly.
Pew Research survey finds 18% of Americans have seen or been in the presence of a spirit, and nearly 30% of those are in touch with those on the other side. Actually talk to them.
Would you buy a house if you knew someone died in that house?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't.
It's still a house.
I know, but still.
They're gone.
Yeah. No, I hear a little noise, I'm like, there's the ghost.
Really?
I don't.
It's just the house settling. This stuff, I don't know.
The house settling.
Doesn't bother
honey, that's just the house settling.
Ghosts aren't real.
Okay, that's what you say. All right, let's move on to the living, and specifically people looking for love. An app designed to bring people together based on mutual hate. Hey! Thank you, I appreciate 3 hates.
A little bit of that.
This site has compiled its first comprehensive list of things singletons despise most and grouped them by the state. 2 words, Mind blown. Behold the results of months of hater app calculations. For instance, people in DC don't believe in soulmates. Montana singles hate going to the gym. And Californians are so over fidget spinners, so am I. People in Nevada hate feminism. Alabamans are drinking vegetarian haterade. And those in Illinois despise people who bite cheese sticks, which I don't know why that's a problem.
I'm confused by some of these. I'm from Tennessee, and apparently we hate foraged food.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of these. These all single people, so that's why it doesn't apply to you.
Right.
Okay, so here's where it
I've
gets
never been
really
single.
questionable. Lance, listen to this one.
Uh-huh.
Kansas people really don't like Seinfeld.
What?
Yada yada yada.
Yada.
Come
But
on.
in Colorado,
What's wrong with Kansas?
they draw the line at having a beef. We draw a line because they have a beef with NSYNC. So
In Colorado?
Yes. So you know what we say.
Huh? Nah, we're just kidding, Colorado. We love you.
Oh no, we do.
We love you, but why you gotta hate on NSYNC like that? Come on, get with the program. Anyway, that's really interesting. I'm a little worried about all that hate out there. All right, now imagine young singletons finding their match and needing emergency help before or after doing the deed.
Uh-oh.
Well, there's a delivery service for that, of
What?
course.
Domino's
Yeah.
Pizza?
Well, it's something else. Consider GoPuff, the Uber of contraception, an on-demand convenience store created by millennials for millennials. With just one click, you can get condoms, Plan
Right.
B, pregnancy
Right.
tests delivered to your door
Delivered.
in 30 minutes or less.
Do you have to answer the door with clothes on?
Just slide it under the door, I guess. It's not an entirely new concept, but it is the first service to several cities, including Philadelphia, D.C., Boston, Austin, Syracuse, Atlanta, and many more. GoPuff's mantra is that we don't judge, we deliver. So it eliminates the middleman. They already have your supplies. They have everything you need. And it's not just, in the bedroom stuff either.
Like a Plan
They
B and all
deliver
that
a
stuff,
variety
which
of
is
things.
crazy.
Yeah, they cut off the middleman. I think this is a pretty sweet idea.
I don't know if I'd open the door and be like, hey man, so let me get the box of condoms and let me
Because
get, let me get a little lube right there.
Right, but you just order it on the app and then they show up and a guy is delivering it and another guy answers the door and it's just a little,
I got you, man.
have fun,
Have fun.
have fun, I got you.
Right.
What, no tip?
Okay. We could have. Don't hang on that.
Stop
All right.
there.
You'll be needing a Plan B if you don't have a Plan A when it comes to your finances for you and your boo, right? Insider Magazine has some new ways to avoid money stress in every stage of your relationship. If you're newly dating, try this 50-50 split sometimes when you go out, or the pay what you can model. You know what I mean? Whatever you can pay, especially if one of y'all are broke. All right, now if you decided to shack up, talk about who will be in charge of putting what in their name, like rent, utilities, etc. Considering downloading an app that will keep a running tally on who's paid for what, or just use the old-fashioned method, get a whiteboard and put it on your fridge. But at least, talk about,
You owe.
Right.
Yeah,
I
it may-
paid
look,
this and you
It
owe
may
this.
take the romance out of it, but folks,
No,
it's real life.
It is. Especially if you are walking down the aisle later, decide if you want a joint bank account and how you will view your, quote, your money. And most importantly, do not keep money secrets.
No.
Because if you really broke, but your boo thinking you're rich and he
Right.
goes out and spends, you're in trouble.
Yeah, if she's looking at the account balance and what's all this Ashley Madison stuff? Is that
What's
that
all
that-
this delivery for condoms
Right.
right here?
What
There's a debit
Why do you
form.
need GoPuff? What is that? What is that?
The name GoPuff. It's just
a little,
what is this
little
name?
strange.
It's weird. I mean, it sounds like a delivery service for something else.
GoPuff, here's your condom. It's strange. I don't get it. Puff on. Anyway, moving on. Hey, we all do crazy things when it comes to affairs
Yes.
of the heart.
So
but millennials, please stop stalking your ex's boo on social media. Stop doing it.
It's not
Just
good.
quit. According to YouGov.com, nearly half of millennials have searched for their ex's new significant other on social media. That same survey also says 17% of the youngins check the ex's social media profiles at least once a week.
Because they have no life?
Who's insecure? Spying on whose likes and what they're commenting on just to get a clue about the new boo. And 24% do a phone check on their significant other's phone without their permission every single day, looking at text messages, social media accounts, and any other info. Big personal insecurity. Like, I mean, I get it. I get it, but handle that up front. Handle that with them.
Exactly.
But to go through their phone, like, do you have access to your wife's
Yeah,
phone? Do you have the
and like at
password?
some point, fellas, the
Let it
best
go.
thing to do is to not cheat. Just stop.
It makes
'Cause
it
it's
easier to
just-
keep up with the
you,
lie.
you don't have to think about what you lied about yesterday. Listen to the old man.
Listen to the old man.
Just be honest.
Hilarious.
And give her your phone and your money.
Right.
All of your worldly possessions, your hopes and
Right.
dreams, and your life will be fine.
You okay there, my friend?
Be truthful.
Be truthful.
Be truthful.
Hey, of course, you know, you can always talk to us on social media.
And hey, you can talk to us on social media, though we won't be mad at you. Join us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our website, thedbztv.com. Be a part of the show.
Back to school time can certainly be a stressful time of year, but it doesn't have to be. Here are some easy things for you to do with your family, like starting off with a calendar. Get one of those big calendars, sit down with everyone, plan your activities. Say, okay, so-and-so has practice on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Write it down. Someone else has a rehearsal Mondays and Wednesdays. Write it down. That way everyone can see it. Post it in the kitchen, put it in the family room, and you can all make adjustments to the calendar if you need to, but everyone's on the same page. For your elementary school students, about 2 weeks before school starts, start rolling those bedtimes back. Get them to bed about 30 minutes earlier to an hour earlier. Wake them up 30 minutes to an hour earlier as well. That way they won't be too groggy during that first week of school. For junior high, middle school, high school kids, put a back-to-school survival kit in their backpack. In this kit, I have travel size lotion, toothpaste, toothbrush, deodorant, especially if they have gym class during the day. It's perfect. An extra cell phone charger. Also put some snacks in there, nuts, raisins. That way it tides them over from lunch through those after-school activities until you can get them home for dinner. For your college students, look online for your textbooks. Used textbooks are the way to go. That's the best way to save money. Even buy textbooks from former classmates. They're selling them too, so you can get a great deal there. Check with your school's regulations on appliances that your child can have in their dorm room, like what size microwave, what size refrigerator they can have. If they love coffee, this is perfect for any dorm room. This is the Keurig K Compact Coffee Maker. It's just 8 inches wide, and it brews 6, 8, or 10 ounces of your favorite cup of beverage in less than 1 minute with the touch of one button. You can find them at Walmart or walmart.com for $59. Now, when you move your college student away from home, the best place to find a perfect vacation rental is homeaway.com and VROB.com. That way, you and the entire family, including the family pet, can stretch out and relax for that big move.
Thank you, Kia. And when kids get back to school, many will find athletic programs being cut. So, Trailblazer Damian Lillard is spending his offseason promoting a new program designed to help narrow the budget gap.
Basketball to baseball, volleyball, track, and so much more, high school athletics are a key to many student success stories. Yet athletic programs across the country are being subjected to deep budget cuts, leaving many powerless. It's a subject that hits home to Portland Trailblazers point guard Damian Lillard. His improbable rise to success began with the lessons he learned as an overlooked high school athlete. Damian credits high school athletics with charting the course for his personal development, both on and off the court.
For me, just a lot of the lessons learned. I built some of my best friendships in high school sports. So I mean, to think about that being taken away is something that I wouldn't even want to think about. You know, I hate the fact that high school students have to experience that.
Damian understands how much high school athletics can mean to a young athlete's future. He's teamed up with Powerade on a new program designed to help high schools in need across the country.
The Power Your School program allows 500 schools to get a share of $1 million. And to be one of those 500 schools, you have to either submit a video or a written essay to Powerade.com. And the most powerful of those, the most meaningful, will be selected as one of the 500 schools.
To learn more about the Power Your School program and how your school can get involved, visit Powerade.com.
Mark the day, October 27th. That's the day season 2 of Stranger Things premieres on Netflix.
Yeah, the first trailer for the new season was just unveiled at Comic-Con, sending sci-fi fans into a frenzy. Enjoy the sinister Upside Down sneak peek.
I saw something. What is it? I don't know. I felt it everywhere.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found
Sometimes I feel like I still see her.
must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
Whatever is happening is spreading from this place.
What does it want? Not me. Everyone else. If you're out there, just please give me a sign.
All right, let's jump into some news by the numbers, starting with 11. Trump's approval rating is now underwater in 11 states that he won in November. According to the latest Gallup poll, more Americans disapprove of Trump's job performance than approve of it across 31 states nationwide, including 11 states that did vote for him. They include some battlegrounds that he barely won, including Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Florida. Swing states like Ohio, Iowa, and North Carolina, which take the prize for the worst net job approval rating in a state Trump won. 42% approve and 53% disapprove. The list also includes Georgia and Arizona, and two big surprises, Indiana and Texas. Trump's approval rating over the last 3 months from Gallup is 39%, a record low in second quarter approval ratings for any new president since 1945. And, well, we have nothing more to add. Just gonna zip it. Just gonna zip it. Anyway.
Your next number, 3. New Jersey has just become the 3rd state to raise the age for buying cigarettes and tobacco products to 21.
Wow.
Jersey joins California and Hawaii to raise the minimum age from 19 to 21 to buy and sell both tobacco and electronic smoking devices. More teens apparently have vaped or smoked e-cigs than regular tobacco products in recent years, and this is intended to prevent both.
Got it.
Opponents argue stores, though, would lose other sales if 19 and 20-year-olds stop coming in to buy cigarettes.
Not what it's about.
Yeah, no, you're like, not what it's about. Yeah. The new age minimum kicks in November 1st, by the way.
I think it's a good call,
Yeah.
right? I mean, we're trying to do everything we can to keep young people from smoking.
It's always been a hot button, though, because so many people say, well, if you're 18, you serve in the military, you should be able to buy alcohol and smoke.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree with that part of it. I do. And I think we should be allowed certain freedoms, especially if you can serve in the military. But when it comes to smoking, I don't know, I guess just anything to help curb that.
Young smoke, absolutely.
Yeah, especially, I know this is a little extended, but when you have this huge healthcare debate and you're trying to keep your nation healthy, keeping them from smoking is a good start.
At least until 21.
Yeah, exactly. All right, your next number is, it's a lot bigger than 3. 500,000, as in dollars. The ongoing legal battle between Johnny Depp and his former business manager has just revealed more bizarro info on the actor's spending habits. It is a little bit. The Hollywood Reporter obtained legal documents showing Depp has spent more than $500,000 for storage units housing $17,000 worth of Prada bags and a Kardashian couch. I don't know. He bought for $7,000. How do you buy couches from the Kardashians? Anyway, the documents also outlined, do they have yard sales? Anyway, outlined his extravagant spending habits on his private island in the Bahamas, including that of his employees. Yeah, Depp is suing the Mandel Company for $25 million, accusing him of mishandling his finances. They say his out-of-control spending habits are why he's inching towards bankruptcy, and this happens all the time.
I know, it drives me crazy. It's like you have millions and millions of dollars. Why do you have $17,000 worth of Prada bags in a storage unit?
I don't understand the storage unit, though. He's spending more
sense.
money on the storage unit than what's inside of it.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Besides the couch.
It would make one heck of a show, though. What are those storage locker shows?
Oh,
where
yeah, Storage Wars.
Storage Wars.
Yes.
Imagine finding Johnny Depp's. They should just have a whole season dedicated to Johnny Depp's storage lockers. Yeah. See what you pull out of that. Anyway.
Hey, your next number is up to $3 million.
Oh, that's a big number.
When the juice is finally loose, he won't be broke as joke as you may think. O.J. Simpson's net worth is supposedly up to $3 million. Let me break it down for you. Here it is. His pensions from the NFL and Screen Actors Guild will most likely be his money tree going forward. Oh, yeah. Oh, and that whole little O.J. reality show that Kris Jenner is putting together. Yeah, he's going to get rich off that, too.
Wow.
Some reports say the NFL will be shelling out between $10 and $25 grand a month for his pension. And word is that O.J. invested $5 million in a private SAG pension years ago, so he's going to collect on that. Plus, he'll be able to collect Social Security, which is another for him, $3,500 a month.
Wow!
And just in case you're wondering if he'll have to pay back on that, $33 million civil lawsuit, no. No, these pension funds can't be touched. So OJ is going to be running out of jail like. Run, Forrest!
Get in there.
Run, OJ!
That was the first thing that crossed my mind, was that he was going to have to pay anyway.
No, he's not going to have to pay. And he's moving back to Florida, or hopefully moving back to Florida. I mean, for him, hopefully. I mean, I don't want him here.
Right.
He's saying,
I heard that.
I'm saying he wants to move to Florida. Yeah. And so, he can buy property, buy houses, and they can't touch it.
So OJ, Casey Anthony, George Zimmerman, we just get a little compound here in Florida.
They're gonna live in a cul-de-sac.
We could sell tickets. People could ride by. We have somebody on a micro. You and I do the tour.
Oh my gosh, we should totally do that.
Done. All right.
I bet we'd make $5.
Call us up on the Daily Buzz. We'll take you on a tour. All right. Well, as top tennis players in the world battling out for a chance to get to the U.S. Open, the United States Tennis Association is working hard to ensure future generations of tennis fans. A tennis legend is serving up details to our correspondent.
Thanks, Lance and Kia. I am joined by one of the great ladies of tennis, Chris Evert, 6-time U.S. Open winner. And Chris, the U.S. Open Series is the lead-in to the U.S. Open, and it's such a great 5 weeks of tennis and so key for American tennis.
It's so key for all the players to really participate in these 5 weeks, because Europe is behind us. We're not playing on red clay anymore. We're not playing on the grass. Now we're playing on a hard court. And when you come back to the United States, this season and this part of the year, I think, is the most demanding and the most grueling for all the players. Getting used to the hard courts, getting used to the heat, and that's why it's great for all the players to really acclimate themselves during the next 5 weeks.
And the USTA is working to get more and more kids involved. They've got a brand new initiative, Net Generation. How is that going to help grow this sport of tennis?
I think it's definitely going to grow the sport of tennis. We need to get the younger generation involved. And right now, the Net Generation, what they're doing is they're shrinking the courts, and they're taking the tennis rackets and making them lighter. They're repressurizing the tennis balls so that younger kids can hit with more rallies and use the court more and have more fun and have success at an early age. And other sports have done this with t-ball and soccer and basketball. So now the USTA is integrating this into youth, and I think it's a game changer.
Chris Evert, thanks very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Lance, Kia, U.S. Open coming up in September, last major of the year. You don't want to miss it.
And of course, you know what goes well with tennis, either courtside or on the couch? A bag of chips, of course. These days, Lay's has something for everyone, thanks in part to fan-inspired flavors. I love this. How about Lay's Crispy Taco, or wavy fried green taters, or even a little kettle-cooked everything bagel with cream cheese? I love that. If your taste buds are up to the challenge, you can try all 3 of these flavors starting this week. Then you can determine which flavors stick around as part of the Lay's USA Flavor Competition. Nice. For the official rules and how you can vote, visit lays.com.
This thing that Sheila's been saying, you deny it, right?
We want to make it very clear, there was never any affair. Eric? Eric, is that you? What are you doing here?
I was just leaving.
Wait a second, what the hell were you doing in my house?
I was getting Eric his medication.
You know where he is?
Yes.
Tell me, I've been worried sick.
He doesn't want to talk to you or Ridge or anyone else in the family.
I am his wife. I need to know where he is.
I can't. I won't. Sorry.
Hey, don't you ever touch me like that.
Well, actor-comedian Rob Riggle has been in some of the most memorable comedic television and film scenes, and now he's playing a new role that could help us all get ready and stay ready for anything.
Hey, you should get some tips from this guy.
Rob Riggle is a jack of all trades. His journey started with the Marines, and he's currently shining as a comedy star. But when it comes to the most memorable moment on his journey, he says only 2 big breaks stand out.
In that particular journey, I would say getting on Saturday Night Live, getting the call from Lorne Michaels saying, we'd like you to join the cast. So that would probably be the one that sticks out the most. And then shortly after that would be the call from Jon Stewart saying, we want you to join The Daily Show.
When he thinks back to being prepared for those big moments, Rob says there are times when he wishes that he were more than ready.
Almost every experience, I think. Most people, if they look back, they go, oh, if I would have been just a little more ahead of the curve, I could have done more or done better. And I think everybody looks back, hindsight 2020, and judges himself that way.
Now Rob is taking on the role as champion of the readiest to make sure he's always prepared when shooting films away from home.
Basically, it comes down to this, though. Ready gets things done, readiest gets things done better. And that's what we're talking about at Holiday Inn Express. How do you get to be the readiest? Well, you stay at Holiday Inn Express. That's the first thing you do. And then you sleep on a great mattress. You get up and you come downstairs and you get a great free breakfast.
As far as what's next on the actor's schedule?
This year's been a busy year. I've been working a lot. I've got an animated movie coming out called The Henchman, a couple comedies, Status Update, The War with Grandpa, which has De Niro and Uma Thurman and Christopher Walken, some great, amazing talent.
For even more details on Rob Riggle's upcoming projects, follow him on social media and visit holidayinexpress.com.
Speaking of travel, the popularity of Despacito is boosting interest in visiting Puerto Rico. Hey! We told you the Luis Fonsi featuring Daddy Yankee Jam is the most streamed song ever. Exactly. But with the addition of Justin Bieber referring to Puerto Rico in the remix, well, that, spiked a big, internet search for Puerto Rico, the enchanted island in Puerto Rico.
The enchanted island.
Hotels.com reported that in the 2 months after the remix came out, searches jumped a whopping 45% compared to the same time frame last year. Puerto Rico page views on TripAdvisor were up 24% between April 17th and June 17th this year, and that number was 10% over at Expedia. Kayak reports a 25% boost in flight searches, while Hopper says it experienced an instantaneous 58% spike for flights. Despacito is slowly taking over the world.
That is so interesting. So really, tourism boards need to reach out to pop stars to say, hey, sing a song about Little Rock, Arkansas.
Hello, that's my hometown.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
And then we go to Little Rock and do tours.
So Justin Bieber sings a song about Little Rock.
He could open a church in Little Rock and sing about the rock. Yeah.
Florida tried that with Pitbull though, so I guess it didn't work. But it works with Justin Bieber.
See, Flo Rida took over and then it became, a hit. Come on, I'm trying to help you out. All right, let's jump into 3 trends to try right now. And we start with another nostalgic trend that instantly takes us back to childhood or college days, or for me, I mean, yesterday. It's called cereal hair, inspired by our favorite sugary pebbles, loops, and charms. Yes. Yeah, no, and the stoner is still living in his mom's basement.
This is for real, though.
It's working, see? This is cereal-inspired hair. People are actually asking for bold rainbow shades that pay homage to popular cereals.
The beard and the glasses.
All of that.
All of it.
Yep. Stylists say they're even leaving a dark underbase.
Oh, no, that's the real thing.
To resemble the murky bowl of milk. Sounds appetizing. Yeah, see, that's cereal hair. So that would be Lucky Charms, right? And then that would be what? Fruit Loops?
Sure.
And then that's way too many colors.
I'm rocking an empty bowl of cereal.
And of course, you're asking yourselves, wait a minute, that's unicorn hair, right, Lance?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
While true, unicorn hair is more subtle, pastel colors, while cereal hair tends to be a little bolder.
I think I like it if you're under 15.
Correct.
All right, well, this next trend hits that spot where pain meets pleasure.
Weird.
Yeah, introducing the ink sending women to the tattoo parlor. Floral armpit tattoos. Now, while they're nothing new, they've even taken social media by storm in the last few weeks. Ouch. Tat artists say the allure seems to be that while most of the art is undercover, people are opting for a sneak peek spilling outside the underarm, hinting at something hiding under there. And they say depending on your tolerance level, there is some pain and also some tickles.
Tickles?
Yeah, the flowers are a much better option than what most people get tatted in their pits. So don't Google it.
Exactly.
Don't Google it. Just trust us on that.
You know what? There are some people who can rock the sleeve and, and maybe, the underarm.
But a purposeful, like, I got a thing under my arm.
And then when your hair grows out and you got to shave or what? That's, ooh, ow.
I don't get it.
What? That's right. You don't shave your arm.
No, that doesn't happen. But I don't get the whole, like, need to tattoo me, unless that's the last space I got.
Right.
Hey now. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Finally, do you dream about strutting six-pack abs around the pool or at the beach?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you do, right? Well, you can skip the gym and just go for the surgery instead. Just skip that step. Go straight to surgery.
I don't like
One of
surgery
the
either.
latest trends in plastic surgery. Okay, here we go. Buying the ab-carved midsection of one's dreams. That's kind of nice there, Lance.
Whoa.
Men and
Thanks.
women, but mostly men, are seeking a shortcut through a combo procedure that suck out fat. Then it creates peaks and valleys.
Oh.
The highs and lows. High-def liposculpture is an advanced technique that includes eliminating fat, then shrinking the skin to create that washboard look. Experts say the best candidates are those who actually work out, Q. You have to work out first and then be fit. But if you can't get all the fat off, then you go see the doctor. And then he, chisels out the rest of your midsection. So, work out a little bit. I need you to drop a couple of LBs, Q. Right through in the middle.
I like what Q's rocking,
I mean,
though.
I do, but if he wants the ab sculpture. I got the dad bob. Yeah, it's a beautiful dad bob.
You graduate from a six-pack, then you just go to a 40, and then you just get a keg. That's how it works. I don't need all that surgery.
No.
Please.
No. All right, so let's continue the surgery trend into viral videos.
Cool.
All right, there was no pain for one man strumming his guitar with his fingers during his 7-hour brain surgery. He's all awake for this. 37-year-old man from India suffered from a neurological condition which caused his fingers to cramp whenever he played the guitar. So doctors decided to operate, but they could only do it with him awake and playing his guitar. They didn't want to hit a wrong nerve or something if he went to sleep and then find out after he woke up, he's like, I can't feel my fingers.
Right.
So the man is doing very well, and he plans to release his first song next week. But he was awake the entire time, 7 hours.
Now, I bet they could have done it with him asleep. They just wanted the music during the surgery.
That's what it was.
It's going to be a long surgery. We need some music.
Man, can you go ahead and play that next song?
Yeah, music player's broken. Right, he's taking requests.
So how's it
That's
looking
bizarre.
there?
That's amazing that we can do that.
That is.
Yeah.
Brain surgery awake.
Wow. All right, well, this video is single-handedly responsible for a tissue shortage across the country. Have you seen this? Watch as 2 U.S. Marines tie the knot, okay? And the bride delivers her vows to her 4-year-old stepson. Take a look.
I want you to be safe and to try your hardest and to be a good person. Don't cry, baby. I know that you and I will butt heads, but I am. Except for right now.
Buddy, it's okay.
You have helped shape me into the woman that I am today. And I may not have given you the gift of life, but life surely gave me the gift of you.
Oh, so that's Gage there stealing the show and America's hearts. His dad, Joshua, tied the knot there with Emily. Did you see his face right here? Look at him peeking out from under her arm.
Looking for a flower tattoo. You need tissue? Get two. Here, thank you. Appreciate it. Here you go, baby. Dry your eye. It's okay. They just got married. Yeah. They live happily ever after. Everything's good. Little boy loves her and everything. She promised right there.
I'm okay. No, man, that stuff kills me. Thank you.
You're
you have
welcome.
a cold, cold heart. I love that stuff.
No, it is cute. I mean, I think he was just overwhelmed with emotion.
That's what the internet is for. Of course he was.
Viral
so was I.
videos.
So was I.
All right.
Blackout day.
Okay, and all the beeps were the dad cursing. Going,
bet.
beep, 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 right? And
Yeah.
the driver. Okay, just to let you know, everyone was okay. The couple made it to their honeymoon destination. They're all good and everything, but don't choose convertible.
Ouch.
Or at least sit in the convertible.
Ouch.
Ouch is
And
what
poor
she
bride, because she's just imagining they didn't do a dress rehearsal apparently with this.
said. No.
Easy on the gas. Well, we're reminded all the time people are always fighting battles we know nothing about, and that's true for bigger-than-life morning radio host and former NFL football star Mike Golic. Check this out.
Mike Golic was all about living the healthy lifestyle. After 9 years in the NFL, he knew how to manage a game plan. But then at age 42, he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Golic is now working with a different kind of team to help him manage diabetes. And his advice for others dealing with the disease, don't do it alone.
For me, it was a chance to say, okay, I have this, I have to deal with this the rest of my life. How am I going to deal with it? And my choice was to get everybody involved. I grew up and played in team sports all my life, so I needed a team around me, and it started with my coach, and that would be my doctor, who is my new head coach, and getting a game plan out there.
Knowing how to talk to your doctor and developing a game plan that is individualized for you is important. To avoid complications in the future, Golic stresses that having the knowledge to take care of yourself is key.
Knowledge that I'm getting from the doctor. It can be from medications. Like recently, he started me on Invokana, which has been great for my numbers, Now, there are certain benefits and risks with any medication, and it's working for me. People need to find out from their doctor their individualized game plan of what's going to work for them. And then it's just everybody being involved in the knowledge part of this.
To read more on Golic's personal story and to find helpful guides that give you the framework on how to talk to your doctor about type 2 diabetes, just visit icanimagine.com.
Twitter moments are a great way to quickly find what people are talking about at any given time and, of course, what's trending. And one of the growing trends each week is TV Chiron funnies or fails. People snapshot and post them, and here were a few this past week. First one up, sausage fell on house. A South Florida family is perplexed after recently waking up to a loud thud, only to find that the mysterious sound was several packages totaling 15 pounds of frozen Italian sausage.
What else do you put on the Chiron?
It's his name. Right. Austin Adair. The one and only sausage fell on house.
That's
Here's
funny.
the next one. Tropical Storm Hillary gained strength as dawn weakened.
This is my favorite right here.
And of course, CNN has.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
You know the Chiron operator was like, this is the greatest day in my career.
Right?
Ever.
And this is not fake news.
Yeah.
This is for real. Even the Fox News Chiron is getting a little cheeky these days. Check this out.
But it's true.
Because it's fair and balanced.
Yes, it's true eventually.
Trump, eventually we will get something done.
But
We didn't
those are
make that
his
up.
words.
Is that, now, will that count as fake news, Raina? Since he said it.
He said it.
So it's not fake, it's real.
He said it, it's real. You got to write it.
You have to.
So we'll get something
it's just
done.
a quote.
Yeah.
It's just a quote.
All right, well, coming up next week, women confess the biggest turnoffs about men's dating profiles.
Yes.
And we're letting you decide. Should soon-to-be brides make their friends bid for spots in the wedding party? I think this is a great idea. It's happening. And we're getting to the bottom of why Americans are having less sex than ever before.
Because we tired. Ain't got time for all
I'm sure
that.
the internet's got a lot to do with it. But how to change it?
Oh, okay.
It's coming up.
The script.
Next week's show.
Okay.
Next week's show.
And we know we promised this at the beginning. Usher may be caught up in the lawsuit drama, but he still had time for a little carpool karaoke. We'll leave you with that. See you next week.
Bye, guys.
Now listen, my mama told me, be careful who you do, cause karma come back around. Same old song, no, but I was so sure that it wouldn't happen to me, cause I don't wanna put it down. But I was so wrong. I never thought she'd turn me a star. I can't figure it out. Yeah, 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 yeah. You ready? Yeah, here we go. Watch out, my outfit's ridiculous. In the club looking so conspicuous. Wow, these women all on the prowl. If you hold a head steady, I'ma milk the cow. Forget about game, I'ma speak the truth. I won't stop till I get them in their birthday suit. What? Give them me off their clothes. Bend over to the front and touch your toes. I left the jag and I took the rolls. If they cut, then I put them on foot patrol. Oh, how you like me now when my pinky's valued over 300,000?